Hey, I'll get locked and loaded because I personally have curated three what I would consider brand new whiskeys that are efficiently and or affordably priced. And nothing excites me more this year than finding newerish products that are efficiently priced. That's what distilleries need to start doing in today's culture.
I agree.
Take positive steps to release good, solid whiskey at affordable and or reasonably priced prices. That's what they need to do. I found three.
I feel like you're seeing a lot more of that with smaller distilleries than like the large ones, and they're coming out with stuff that's a little. And I think we talked about this. I might have ranted about it in the last video, but you don't see a lot of oldish distilleries pumping out like new exciting stuff with like the smaller ones, and I don't know what that's all about. But the newer ones are doing like really different stuff. They're doing a lot of experimenting, and they're doing stuff that's a really solid price. I'm excited about this, but I know that I came down and he was just elated. A little pep in the step. He was skipping around the basement, just really excited. I see a notepad. I hope you have some notes because I have.
I've done just a little bit of research, Trenton, so we can at least we can appear somewhat knowledgeable when we do this video.
I don't look knowledgeable all the time.
No, you do.
Some people, well, it's probably the hair. I mean, I do look like Einstein sometimes, but somebody said I looked like a monk in the last video.
I saw that. I did see that with your hoodie. A monk in training,
yeah.
I believe.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Trent looks like a monk in training.
Don't worry, my hair is thinning. So I'll be rocking the bald look here in the next couple of years, I'm sure, and I can toss the sweatshirt back on and I'll be a real monk, not in the training
You
part.
can revisit that, right?
Yes, I can.
Well, I'm just going to get it right at it here, Trenton, because I just can't wait to get going on this thing. The very first bottle that I want to show you guys is from Widow Jane. It's called Baby Jane, distilled from proprietary heirloom corn, a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys. This one is 91 proof. Now, as we go along, again, I said we have 3 bottles. We just set it up by proof. So we're going to start at the lowest proof first.
Okay.
Right? So this particular bottle, what I found about it, Trenton, it's a blend of 4 to 6 year barrels. So 4 to 6 year whiskeys are in this particular blend. And it's going to be right about $50. So I personally I know Widow Jane 10 years there's a little bit of discrepancy there. So, some people love it, some people don't. I personally like it quite a bit. There's like a nice pecan type note in there that I just really love. That particular bottle is like $75 to $85.
The 10?
Yeah,
I love
the 10 year, and I love it too. So they're delivering this particular release at $50. So there's some savings there.
That's nice.
And hopefully the whiskey's good. Let's hope so. Trent and I really haven't tasted any of these, so we'll see where that.
You haven't? I'm surprised.
Where that lands. No, I opened them all up. I really haven't taken any. Trenton's right. I'm stammering a little bit because you got to put me on the spot. I usually will open up a new bottle and take maybe a half ounce and, mess around with it for 15, 20 minutes to get an idea whether I like it or not. I don't really study it. I just get kind of a little bit of a head start. These I basically just opened up, so we'll see what we have.
Yeah, I for transparency, have not tasted any of these. Yeah, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
I liked the Widow Jane so much. We did in the most recent video that like Trevor's thing that I have
custom blend or something.
I have that on the way. That was delicious. And the 10 year nice. I like a lot. I know they have like a 13 and a 15 that I haven't got just because it's a little bit inefficiently
it's a little pricey.
priced.
I've got that too. And to be honest with you, the 15 I thought was an overreach.
Okay.
I did enjoy the 13 quite a bit.
You ever had a fruit by the foot?
I am sure you snapped me off a chunk of that a time or two back in the day. It's been a long time. I remember, didn't your mom used to buy those?
All the time.
Yeah.
Like those and the fruit roll-ups. It's like this big. I used to get those in school. They were like 50 cents. Solid.
I do remember grabbing a chunk off of that a time or two. Yes.
Oh. I have this Armani cologne. It sounds fancy. It was like $50. I got it on sale. I really only buy stuff on sale.
Okay.
But I got like a whiff of that in this, and I got like an artificially kind of a strawberry note in there a little bit.
Yeah, there's a little bit buttery note in there for me too.
Butter.
Yeah, a little buttery note.
You and your butter.
Slight toffee. Yeah. I do get that little bit of strawberry with.
Dang it! Now I get the butter. I'm upset.
I had no idea about the cologne though. I'm sorry. I'm not quite a get on your path.
I mean, the cologne smells really good. I just wouldn't, and I have accidentally sprayed it on myself and walked right into it, got a little bit on my tongue, and it doesn't taste good. So I'm hoping this tastes a little bit better than the
let's hope so.
Cologne.
Yeah.
Full send, eh?
Let's get it.
That's actually, ooh, it's like refreshing.
It's delightful.
It's a little bit dry on the end, on the first sip. Okay. It does one of those things. Like, I don't know, Kyle, if you can like draw in a graph here. But it does, it's like, it starts up way here like the Raging Bull at Six Flags. I love roller coasters. And then it goes down and then it hits you with a little loop-de-loop. And then it kind of just like dies out.
Well, okay. I can see somewhat what you're talking about on the back end of the palate, but let me just say this. I really like the front end and the middle of the palate. I'm getting some strawberry note in there. Comes with a little toffee. Maybe there's something different in there, like a figgy type note or something like that. I'm not quite sure. But in Trenton's behalf, at the very end of the palate, into the back end, going to the finish, it does get a little dry oaky type. Just a little bit, but it kind of lends to the sip for me. I'm quite enjoying this at this point.
Did you get like a Windex note?
Absolutely not.
I don't either, yeah.
Well, good. Well, that's a good thing. If you sucked down some Windex when you were a kid, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me.
Thanks.
I'd have to ask your mom just to be sure if that never happened.
I think there was one time I emptied out a Windex and then put blue Gatorade in it and pretended to like drink out of it.
I can see you doing that
Yeah,
for sure to
yeah.
your mom. Your poor mom. She's been through it.
Yeah.
I'd have just laughed at you. So you knew that. So you knew to do it to your mom. She probably had a heart attack.
Does she, I think she watched it. Oh yeah, you guys watched the video together, so she'll know. So I can't be like, hey, I'm gonna do this to mom, and then she would see it coming. I like the proof though. I think in my head I'm kind of comparing it to a Widow Jane 10, which is unfair.
That would be. Mm-hmm.
Because that's really the only that's the only product from Widow Jane that I really drink with some amount of frequency. Mm-hmm. I would also drink this with some amount of frequency. Yeah. To me, this is more of like a cool-ish summer night type of a thing. Like it's a little bit refreshing. It's a little bit crisp up front.
I could go along with that.
The only thing that I can really knock it for is the palate, or the finish on it is a little bit non-existent, a little dry.
Yeah, and let's face it. Let's figure that out right now. At the 10-year, of course, you got 10-year aging, so it's developed a little bit more. This one's 4 to 6 years on the blend, so you got to take good with the bad. And for me, it has a lot more good than it does bad.
I agree. I like it. I think this is a solid attempt. It would be way better at cask strength.
Would you just stop? Some people, like myself, would enjoy this 91 proof.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I wouldn't enjoy it. I think that not even cask strength, like 100 proof, bottom.
Okay.
It's a blend. So
maybe one day they'll put out a cask strength for you.
If you're a distillery and you're looking for a consultant on palates, I have a wickedly good palate. So you can reach me at Trenton@slbdrinks.com, or I could test some pops or sodas or whatever. I'm good.
Oh man, Lord help us all.
Get some good notes together.
Unbelievable. Let's just move on. I think that's our best bet. The next one I got for you guys comes out of Cedar Ridge in Iowa. All right, Cedar Ridge barrel proof. This one here is 116 proof. Unfortunately, I couldn't find an age statement on this. So if the folks out there know of anything like that, please let us know in the comments. We always appreciate the knowledge, that's for sure. What I did find out, it is non-chill filtered though, Trenton.
Okay.
Which I give that a big old thumbs up. I find that to be a little bit more quality of a sip when a whiskey is non-chill filtered. So this one is also about $50, but I think you can get it close to 45. I think you can get it in that mid 40s range too. So I think for a barrel proof,
the nose on this is incredible. It kind of reminds me of the Parker's Heritage Double Barrel.
Okay.
Where it's just like it's dark and rich and like concentrated,
brown, sugary, and
it's like, yeah. I used to eat
Yeah,
brown sugar
just
out of the tin when I was a kid.
And I can go with you on that.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I can hit some brown sugar
Yeah.
now. Yeah, for sure. That's what I get mainly, just a real nice, rich brown sugar.
That's like all I get.
It's
like,
lovely.
but it's like if you aged brown sugar somehow.
Somehow.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it so far.
Oh yeah. Holy cow.
Were the angels trying to sing?
Yeah, they were. They weren't quite getting through the. They weren't
Just
getting
weren't-
through the proof.
Just weren't warmed up yet?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Just a little warm up. That's fine.
There we go.
There you got it.
Yeah, the proof broke up all the phlegm that I had sitting in there.
Good job.
It's just delicious.
Good job. I have choked. I've got to taste it again. It seemed good, but I really didn't get the full effect.
It's like, it seems a little bit malty, but it's like chocolatey, and it does have the brown sugary. It's like a molassesy type. I don't even know where I'm going. Like, this is going all over the place.
Yeah. I love that. Now, as we will, if I have to split hairs, it's a tiny bit bitter on the very back end. And I'm talking a tiny bit.
It's probably because I enjoy the bitter.
Tiny bit. But man, other than that, I mean, this is legit stuff here. This is molasses, brown sugar.
It honestly kind of reminds me of the Westward cast strength on the nose a little bit. And I don't know what it is. It's like a mocha-y, chocolatey, barley.
I love your chocolate note
Yeah.
on that too as well. That's what I would give it. Brown sugar, molasses, chocolate. I'm pretty sure you can find this for $45. If you can, for barrel proof whiskey, barrel proof bourbon, it's a steal in my book.
I really have nothing bad to say about this one.
Really good.
This is one of the more well-balanced, dynamic, complex things that I've tasted in a while.
Yeah.
That isn't just like a one-noter type of a
Yeah.
thing. And I know what we have coming up next. I'm looking forward to this one
Yeah.
too. But
Thoroughly enjoyable right there. Yeah, love it. All right, last but not least, something that you all been looking forward to, and I'm sure a lot of you had heard about this. Green River has came out with a foolproof bourbon. It's this particular batch comes in at 117.3 proof. Now, as you know, Trenton is more of the proof hound when it comes between the two of us. I do enjoy full proof, cast strength, barrel proof, all that stuff. But I also have a real big affinity towards 90 to 100 proof bourbons, you know, as long as they're flavorful and things like that, like this one. But I know a lot of folks are looking forward to this particular bottle here of this Green River, because Green River is solid. It's efficiently priced. I think, what is their stuff usually in that $30 to $40 range?
like, yeah,
They got the bourbon,
wheated
they got a rye, they got a wheated. The wheated's fantastic.
Oh.
Probably my favorite of those three. Have you tried the rye much? Have you? I think I've tried it, but you're the rye drinker more than I am.
Is it a barrel? Is it a foolproof barrel?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. But I shouldn't go there because I really truly don't know. I thought I tasted it. I don't have the bottle here. Here, I think you might have the bottle.
I do. It's not outside. It's not on my garbage can. It's not in the truck. It's actually on a shelf in my hallway.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to visit that sometime.
I did mention a while back about a rye video, and I know that there were some comments of like, hey, let's see all the, because I still have probably 15 ryes that I haven't opened yet.
Really?
And they're all like, don't get me wrong, I took a flyer on all these. They're like 20 to 40 bucks. They're a lot of maybe NDP type things, or a lot of brands that you may not have heard of. But
let's go.
There's a Widow Jane, was it Peregrine or the Pilgrim Rye or something
It's
like
not
that?
Peregrine. That's found north.
Okay, yeah. Maybe it's like a Pilgrim or Paradigm. It starts with a P.
Okay.
But if you want to see that, let us know, because I have I have a lot. Just is a strewn a word? Strewn all over the place.
Probably strewn would be better. Yeah. All right. Well, let's dig into this Green River. All right. This is Luscious Honey.
Well, okay, no.
Are you okay? Are you all right?
I went offline there for a minute.
I know.
When it comes to noses like these, I really struggle because it's just like, it's like woody and medicinal and like herbally, and like I struggle to pick up definitive things. What this reminds me of, like an old pharmacy.
Does it?
If I were to go into it, not like a modern CVS.
Yeah, okay, I can see where you're coming from. I mean, I guess
like
when I'm looking at when I'm trying to pick up aromas, I guess my brain and my habit is to try to find the sweetness first. So that's usually what I go to, and the sweetness for me in here is honey.
Okay.
It's not dark. It's not, to me, it's not really caramel.
It's like
not,
your base is like a
I find that first, and I go from there.
See, when I smelled this at first, and this is how you and I differ with the palate, I immediately thought this smells like my mattress. And I don't know what that means.
Well, I haven't smelled your mattress lately, and it's probably a good thing.
I can bring you a sample. I don't know.
Probably not.
I don't know what that means when I say that out loud.
Yeah.
Like if I'm like, hey, because somebody's gonna hear that and be like, that sounds disgusting. And I sweat a lot when I sleep, so definitely nobody wants that.
It can't be pretty. It cannot.
Well, I got the purple mattress, so it kind of blends in with the.
Well, thank God for that.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, hey, I don't find anything dark or rich in here. I find the sweetness to be more of a honey note to it. It seems to be, like you said, it seems to be a little bit of an herbal note in there too, as well.
If I'm walking down the wood aisle at a Lowe's, it kind of like, it's all those different, like the cedars and the oaks and the pine, like all that stuff kind of melding together. I could see a little bit of like a honey.
Yeah. Yeah.
It smells really good on the nose is what I'm trying to say. I just can't.
But in a good way, you're saying.
Yes.
It's like going through Lowe's. You just said Lowe's.
Oh, I love Lowe's. It's a great store.
But it smells like all this wood, but in a good way.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now,
I like it.
Now we know.
Sawdusty maybe a little bit.
Okay.
What? Dude, that's so different than the Cedar Ridge.
Big time. I find it to be very viscous, though. That's my first impression of the sip. I thought it.
Dude, it's like pure oil.
It is.
Holy cow.
Very viscous. Very viscous on the sip. That was my very first thought. That is.
It is non-chill.
Yeah, that is non-chill filter as
well.
well.
I see it right here. Okay.
Thanks for bringing that up. I forgot to mention. Definitely non-chill filtered. I love that.
Ooh, dude, I got a good blind idea. I'm going to know what it is, though, so I can't tell you.
Of course.
But it's going to be solid.
Of course.
I wish more and I guess this is a good example, but distillers doing non-chill filtered, a lot of the best stuff that I've ever had is non-chill filtered. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, they do that so it doesn't get cloudy and stuff, but I mean...
Yeah, it strips out some of the fatty goodness that's in the bottle.
And it's like, if I would rather have a cloudy, solid bourbon than like there's a clear one and be like, oh, that's kind of lacking something. Like, who cares? Mm-hmm. The mouthfeel on this is ridiculous.
Take that second sip. I think the second sip's going to be a little bit more opening to you. A little bit more... I like it. I do like it. I think it's a great offering, especially for the price. This is another one for $50. I mean, come on. A full proof for $50.
I'm so confused. I really, really like it. Mm-hmm. But this is one that I can't really describe it much else apart from like an herbaliness, maybe like a little bit of a cinnamony allspice kind of a thing, like a bread crust type of a...
But those wood notes are prevalent.
Yes. But it's really good. I think the other flavors in here really kind of balance it well.
Yeah. Wood notes are prevalent. I like it. I like all three. Which will lend me to this particular part of the video, which sometimes we love, sometimes we hate. How would you rank the three that I brought for you today, that I brought out in this video?
I would do Cedar Ridge first, Green River second, and Widow Jane third. Mm-hmm. What about you? Now I'm interested.
This may surprise you. This may surprise you just a touch. That probably won't. I have to admit this was leader of the pack for me today.
Okay.
I really enjoyed that massive brown sugar note, adding with some molasses and those little bit darker, richer flavors. Mm-hmm. I thought it was fantastic. I mean, if you can get this around $45, that's the steal of the show right here. Cedar Ridge Barrel Proof.
I would buy a case of it.
Yeah,
It's that good.
Yeah, it's really, really good. But for me, there's somebody at the door.
Who on earth is that?
I don't know who's at the door.
We're just gonna keep going.
That never happens in my house. I don't know who's ringing the doorbell. Sorry, Kyle. For me, second place though, Trenton, is this Baby Jane. I enjoyed that a lot.
Second?
Yes.
Okay.
And for me, I would put the Green River as in third place. I really enjoyed the flavor profile of this. And for me, I have more of a tendency to enjoy the lower proof bourbons than you do. So that's
true.
I get that. But that would be my lineup. That's what I think of it. Although I feel all three were very nice efforts. And I'm going to reiterate once again, I truly appreciate these distilleries for making positive steps to give us some things that are a little bit more reasonable and affordably priced that really taste great.
I agree completely. I am a little bit surprised that this beat this, but on the same token, I'm really not. Mm-hmm. I honestly maybe would have expected this to be kind of first place for you.
This was dynamite.
It's delicious.
It was. I'm not going to deny it.
I think if I could, I'm going to let this sit and open up a little bit. I mean, all of these, but I would love to be able to actually sit down. This is one of those ones where I, like you say sometimes, I could sit down for a while and try and figure out what exactly the profile is, because it's good, it's herbally, it's woody, I like it, but I want to be able to pull out some definitive things other than this like broad category of wood and herbal. Like what does that actually mean?
Very nice. All right. That's all I have for today. I got to cut this video off because I got to see who's at the door.
They didn't ring it again, so you're probably good, but hopefully you didn't have to sign for that, whatever it
was. Yeah, if that was a bottle of something coming my way I had to sign for, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
All right, guys. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. We'll see you next time right down here with Trent and me in the good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.